All right, let's talk competition. Many times we have been given the advice to look at what our competitors are doing, or we are just tempted to look because we are trying to gather intel. We're looking at other pricing strategies. We're looking at what they're offering in comparison to what we're offering. We're looking at a lot of different things. One of the challenges with that is many times it can lead to a couple of things. One, it can lead to paralysis analysis. Like I can just spend a whole lot of time Googling and researching my competitors, looking at what it is that they do, why they do it, how they do it, yada, yada, yada. The bigger trap, though, is the comparison trap. And what the comparison trap then does is it sets us up to compare ourselves to our competition or to others. And therefore, it never feels right. Nothing feels right, or we're in this constant yin yang of, what are they doing? What are they charging? What are their prices? How are they doing it? And not really looking at us and how we flow and how we want to show up in the world, like how our clients want to show up in the world. Who do we want to work with? So, one of the things that I often will share, an example I often share in my sales trainings is there's Walmart and there's Nordstrom, right? They sell some similar items. Both sell clothes, although Walmart sells a whole bunch of other stuff, right? But in that, though, people, when they go to one or the other, are expecting a different experience. They're focused on different types of people, different clients. It's a completely different thing. And if you get caught up in the game of comparison, you run the risk of being a Walmart trying to be act like a Nordstrom or vice versa, right? And so it's really important that as we're looking at our competition, we take a moment to really think about ourselves. I think about when I first made the decision to shift my business and to launch the agency. At the time, the agency didn't have a name. It wasn't just I just kept the business name that I had and I shifted my focus. It didn't. I was the no name agency for a long time. And in that, though, one of the blessings and the curse I felt was I didn't know who my competition really was, right? I could search on other agencies, but at the moment, at the time, I wasn't even 100% sure what I wanted to offer. I just had this crazy idea and I had a counsel crazy enough to support me and let's go figure it out and let's go create it. And so while there wasn't necessarily a formula, a template, a cookie cutter, nothing, it gave me the freedom to just go out and experiment. And so that year was all about exploration and just trying stuff and figuring out, does this work? Does this client fit? Does this, and it can be frustrating, but it was very rewarding because I got to create what I wanted to create for me and also to determine who really were my ideal clients. And now we get to build upon the foundation that I created those several years ago. And so while it's important that we have people that can guide us, um, I have a background in engineering, so I am all about a formula and a checklist and knowing exactly what to do down to the thousandths of a decimal point. Like I get that, I get it. And sometimes in business, especially if you're launching a new business, you're creating something from scratch, you had a dream or a vision, or you walking in your purpose, and you're getting the opportunity to create something new. It really does require you to also dig deep within yourself to identify your own vision so that you don't fall into the comparison trap. And so I just wanted to share that with you today. Really excited about what we'll be teaching at Surge coming up later this month. So excited because one of the things that we're going to talk about is your process. What does your process need to look like? What do your systems need to look like for your business and for your ideal client? So if you haven't grabbed your ticket, please go ahead and do so. You can reserve your seat over at surge2021.com. But for the love of all things holy, do not fall into the comparison trap. There is no comparison. Almost similar to the post I shared not too long ago about you can never charge what you're worth, right? That's a whole nother video. But really, you are who you are. I heard a pastor share this. I'm gonna try not to mess it up. But one of the things he said was, no one can do what you do the way that you do it when you do it, right? No one. There could be a whole bunch of other coaches, consultants, trainers, authors, speakers, botanists, I don't know, out there in the world, but no one can do what you do when you do it the way that you do it. And I'm pretty sure I messed that up, but you get what I'm talking about, right? So, what is it that you want to create in your business? Who are your clients? How do you want to serve them? And let's create a system around that. All right. So, again, reserve your seat for Surge at surge2021.com and have an amazing non comparison day. This is Dr. Nadia signing off. Bye bye.